This week's challenge is Cyberpunk. And unlike Raypunk, which was inspired by this idea of presenting a vision of the far future where we're exploring the stars, Cyberpunk asks us to look at the near future where rapid urbanization combined with advances in technology have led to technology becoming infused in every aspect of our lives, from how we get around to how we communicate with each other, and our entertainment is all infused with this advanced technology. You can see examples of cyberpunk in a lot of popular films and TV and games, including Cyberpunk 2077, one that I'm really excited for, which is by the team who gave us the Witcher series, CD Projekt Red. You can take a look at some of their amazing and inspiring gameplay footage that they've already started to release that can give you some really cool ideas. Also, Altered Carbon, if you're a Netflix fan, Altered Carbon presents a very dark vision of the future where we are able to download our bodies into, or download our minds into different host bodies. But they also have this brilliant and incredible vision of what cities of the future would look like. Of course, if we're talking about cyberpunk, it's also important to talk about how that ties in with something called film noir, and that the perfect combination of those is the original Blade Runner, which, if you haven't seen Blade Runner, before you work on this challenge, definitely watch the original film. And you may have also seen the Blade Runner 2049, which is another example of cyberpunk and takes the ideas of the original and builds on them. You're also able to see cyberpunk in a lot of anime and manga adaptations. Ghost in the Shell, that was released in 2017, is an anime adaptation, or is an adaptation of an anime, but presents a very Japanese-inspired vision of the future, but still very good, very much a cyberpunk world, where you can see technology becoming infused in all sorts of areas, and augmented reality is featured heavily. Then, more recent example is the James Cameron's Alita Battle Angel, which, if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to check that out as well. Although it's not completely cyberpunk, it's a little bit more dystopian, and a little bit more grungy, but I think it still falls under the broader category of what you could be looking to make. So with all those inspirations comes the challenge itself. So what am I looking for? For this challenge, I'd like you to create a night scene that's set in a cyberpunk world. What you choose to put in the scene and what you choose to feature is totally up to you. I just want one render, HD, that kind of helps depict that cyberpunk world, your vision of the future. And don't forget to send that to blendweekly@gmail.com. Give me a description of the scene and tell me any inspiration. Send me some other renders and screenshots to show your process if you like. I'm always happy to see that. And also don't forget to share with me your social media handles and anything that I can use to promote your work. So that's the whole point of this, is I want to feature your stuff and have people see these videos and then link to other things that you've been doing. So don't forget to send that in the email as well. If you have any questions as well, you can email there. Now, in terms of the criteria, I'm looking for a sense of depth, because a lot of those shots of the cities, or even just any sort of cyberpunk scene, you have like the foreground subject, but you also have middle ground and background, which are all important in providing this sense of the vastness of the urbanization. Then I also want to see, obviously, futuristic technology being featured in some way, but how you choose to do that is up to you. And lastly, photorealism. I'd like to see that this is an attempt is made to try to make it photorealistic. Obviously, you don't have to focus on that completely if you don't want to. I know that some people aren't huge fans of photorealism. Some people really swear by it. It's totally up to you, but I'd like to see you challenge yourselves and try that if you can. And so if you're looking for any other helpful guidance, there's a few resources that I've dug up. One is from Matus Vigels, who submitted this great post about how to create a complex 3D city. He broke it down to help you kind of get a sense of things. You can kind of see he has the word cyberpunk here, which is kind of interesting. Although it's not really a cyberpunk city, it kind of is at the same time. It has like some normal modern elements, but it has some really interesting, you could use this as a basis. I'll post a link in the description below. But if you're looking at YouTube videos, CG Geek has a great tutorial on creating a realistic city, which you can check out. It's long, but has a lot of helpful tips. And lastly, Zacharias Reinhardt has posted a modeling hacks list, and this is one of his shorter collections of modeling hacks, but this one really focuses on using modifiers specifically to help you with hard surface modeling. So I really recommend that you check this out if you haven't already, because it'll help you with this project, but also with your workflow in general in Blender. So that is pretty much it. You can check out these. Both of these are added to the Punk's resource collection that is available on our channel, but you can also search them up on their respective channels. And I think that's all for now. So I wish you luck. I hope you guys do something crazy and cool for this challenge. And I really look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. That's all for now. Have a blenderful day.